We're going to make some smothered pork chops tonight. We're going to start off, we're going to put our heat on about a medium-high heat. And we're going to put a little oil in the bottom of the pan. Let it be getting hot. Got a big skillet here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to season our pork chops, and then we're going to dredge them through a little bit of flour. I'm using my seasoning mix, and if you want to know what my seasoning mix is, just send me a message in the comments and I will send you that recipe. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help my channel and I appreciate it. Here I'm just making sure that both sides of the pork chop get some good seasoning on it, and then we put it over there in the flour and mash it down to get some flour coated on both sides. And then we go to the next one, same thing, seasoning and then the flour. Now we've got our oil hot, so we're going to go ahead and lay these pork chops in there, lay them away from you so the grease doesn't splatter up on you. We're just going to let them sear on both sides for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to take them back out and put them over here in this bowl. Got a nice light brown color on that side, so we're flipping them over so we can sear this other side now. We're not cooking them all the way through at this point. We're just searing both sides. They'll get cooked completely whenever we put them back in there with our gravy and let them simmer. Right here, I'm just adding a little more oil so that I still have some oil on the bottom of my pan to keep doing the rest of these pork chops. We've got them seared on both sides, so we're going to take them out, set them aside on another bowl, and drop the next two in here and get those seared. After I get those seared on both sides, I'm just taking them out and I'm setting them right there on that plate to let them sit until I'm ready to put them back in. This one is just about ready to take out of the pan, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat down a little bit, put it on about a medium heat for the next step. I'm going to take a look at this one, give it just another minute here, and then we'll take it out. Now we're going to add some more oil to our pan. Probably about a quarter of a cup. And then we're going to add about a quarter of a cup of flour to that. And now we're just going to stir it. Just keep stirring. Cook that flour and make our roux. We don't want it to burn, so we're going to keep stirring it. Get all the lumps out. Get it nice and smooth. Get us a nice brown color on that roux. I like to use a flat wooden spoon. That way I can scrape the bottom of the pan, get all that roux off the bottom, keep it from burning. You don't want to burn the roux. That's going to give it a bad taste. Okay, we've about got the color we want, so I'm going to add some chicken broth. Now I'm going to stir some more to get that all incorporated. If you want your onions to be softer and maybe a little more caramelized, you could add them at this point so they can be cooking along with this roux. But I add mine a little bit later. It's already starting to thicken up quite a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more chicken broth. I had a couple of partial cartons of chicken broth left over from something else that I had made the other day, so I'm just using that up. It's going to be about 1.5 cups or 2 cups that I had here in these 2 containers. I'm going to give me a spoon so I can taste for salt. You could use just a little bit more salt. I'm going to go ahead and add some more of my seasoning. Stir it in. My seasoning is just a mix of salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. At this point, I'm going to add some water. Now we're going to taste for seasoning again. Still needs a little bit of seasoning, so I'm going to add a little bit of Cajun seasoning. And I'm going to add some black pepper. Just stir it again real good, get that seasoning all mixed in there. Now let's see how we're tasting. Getting better now. Now at this point, I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit to bring this up to a boil. And then I'm going to add my pork chops and my onions back in. The onions are optional. We like onions on our smothered pork chops, so I've got some cut up onion that I'm going to throw in there with them too, and let those saute along with the meat. After I get all the pork chops and onions in there, I'm going to turn the stove down to a 2, which on my stove is just one setting above the lowest setting, so that way it can simmer. Now I'm turning the heat back down a little bit, and I'm going to add the lid. I'll give it a couple of minutes, then I'll take a look at it and see if it looks like we need to add either some more chicken broth or some more water to get everything covered good in there. All right, the pork chops have been simmering for about 25 minutes now, so we're going to take a look at them. Oh yeah, they're looking good. The onions are getting soft and releasing their juice, so got plenty of broth in there. And probably going to give it about another 15 minutes, maybe 20, for a total of 40 or 45 minutes. That way they're good and tender, and plus the rice will be ready then. All right, it's been right at 40 minutes. So we're going to take a look and see if they're tender. They are tender. They're not falling apart tender yet, but they're tender. And the rice is about ready, and we're ready to eat. So we're going to call it good. You could let them simmer for a little longer if you want them just falling apart tender. Here's the finished product. If you like smothered pork chops, or if you've never tried smothered pork chops, this would be a good dish to try. And if you like the onions to be softer, you can add them early on in the process whenever you're making your roux to get a little more caramelization on them. But I don't like them to be so mushy. I like them to have a little bit of firmness to them. Now remember, whenever you're cooking, you're not building a piano. There's no precision here whenever you're cooking. So use the seasonings that your family likes, the amount that you like, and make it your dish. I hope you give it a try, and I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for watching.